Stone drops in the water, the ripples, they're forever. I'll carry you always in my heart.
Speeches from our wonderful ladies who are standing here. First, I'd like to introduce Ariel Deranger. She's an Athabasca First Nation woman from Fort Chip in northern Alberta.
Good morning, or afternoon rather. My name is Ariel Ekwe Deranger, and I'm a member of the Athabasca Chipewyan First Nation. My family comes from a community called Fort Chipewyan, which is Alberta's oldest settled community, and it's a fly-in, isolated community in the north. The community of Fort Chip is about 250 kilometers downstream from the Athabasca tar sands, or the Alberta tar sands. The Alberta tar sands are the world's most destructive project. It is highly energy intensive, highly water intensive, and it is destroying the boreal forests. The people of Fort Chipewyan are the ones that are paying the ultimate price. My family. My family has lost their way of life because of the pollution in the Athabasca River, the destruction of the biodiversity. My family is experiencing cultural genocide at the hands of government and corporate profiteers. We have to shut down this project. The emissions are immense. Instead of reducing our emissions, we are increasing our emissions. And Canada is allowing this by putting forward things like carbon trading as a way to mitigate climate change. You cannot mitigate cultural loss through carbon trading. You cannot mitigate cancers and the destruction of our cultural way of life through carbon trading. We have to ensure that our people's lives and culture are protected, and we cannot continue to go forward in this most destructive project. Thank you.
We now have Camille Gomeshi. She's an amazing climate justice organizer in Canada.
My name is Camille Gomeshi. I'm here speaking on behalf of Canadian and U.S. youth who are here in solidarity with Indigenous communities to condemn the tar sands developments that are preventing our countries from meeting our climate commitments and respecting Indigenous rights. The tar sands are the leading contributor to climate change in Canada, but over 60% of this oil is being imported by the U.S. What does this mean? That this project is a threat to the security and health of Canadians and Americans alike. We are facing the biggest environmental threat of our time, so it's morally irresponsible and unacceptable to further expand this project. United, we are demanding that our countries invest in a clean energy future and phase out fossil fuel production that's killing our people and planet. Harper and Obama have both stated that they want to see the world achieve a strong climate deal. If this is true, then Canada and the U.S. have to stop being part of the problem. There is no tar sands in a strong climate deal. Thank you.
Yeah!
We now have Candy Lawson, who's from a First Nation community in North Dakota, and from a
Anashim A Ishuiahet. Hello relatives, my name is Eagle Woman. I am here today because what our governments are doing is that they are taking these tar sands from one indigenous community in the north in Canada and they're using pipelines and they're shipping it down into the United States. And in the United States they are targeting indigenous lands like my reservation, the reservation of Fort Berthold, where